Hello, everyone. Michael Anfield here, and thank you for joining me. Today's subject is I am extreme in my views. Yes, I recently got this comment from a dear friend, and I had this before many times. Oh, you're too extreme. You need to give people a breather, give people a chance to accept. You're so extreme in your views. Well, let me tell you something. When we eat animals and animal products, those people that eat animals and animal products are extreme. Okay? And unfortunately, we are killers. We are. I'm not saying that these people are bad. It's their actions that are appalling. Let me explain. So, people that are eating animal foods, meat, dairy, eggs, honey, etc., and also wearing animal clothes and testing on animals, buying products that are tested on animals or contain animal ingredients or animals for entertainment or whatever. Let me explain. So, people say that I am extreme. Someone who is compassionate and loving towards all life. I try to minimize as much harm as I possibly can. Okay? Now, when people buy the flesh of animals, animals have to be killed. Okay? So, no matter what, we are killers because we're paying farmers and slaughterhouse workers to kill animals. We're killers. That's just the reality of it. We are. And especially when we buy veal or other products like veal comes from a baby animal. Actually, veal is a dead baby animal. Veal is a calf from a mother cow. And no matter what happens, he or she is a baby animal. And we pay someone to kill the animal. So we're baby killers. Seriously, we're baby killers. And a lot of cheese is obtained from rennet, the stomach of calves. We're again baby killers and baby eaters. Okay, we eat babies. How ridiculous is this? This is extreme when we're eating babies, okay? In the egg industry, let me tell you, in the egg industry, male chicks are not wanted. Most or all of male chicks are not wanted because they're no use to the industry. They don't grow fast enough and they're just not profitable. So most male chicks are either ground up alive and put back into animal foods, or they are suffocated in bags or garbage bins. We are baby killers. Because the species is different. They're not human, then it is okay to do this. Why is it okay to love one animal, a dog or a cat, and to eat other animals? Why is it okay? We love animals, but we eat animals. This doesn't make sense. And people call me extreme when I love all animals and I don't pay anyone to kill animals. Because eventually all animals have to go to their deaths no matter what. Like cows, for example, live at least 18 to 20 years, sometimes 25 years. But in the industry, they live as little as 3 years. 3 to 5 years usually. But on smaller dairies, they can live up to 7 or 8 years. But that's way, way before their natural lifespan. 3 years, imagine. That is extreme. That is extreme. So when we consume dairy, milk, cheese, yogurt, ghee, or any animal product that is derived from dairy or any animal ingredient, we're killers. Plain and simple, we're killers. And that is not judging, that is the reality of it. And people don't like to hear the reality because they want to continue eating their animal products. Oh, taste so good, taste so good, taste so good. And that's really all it is. They never do it for sustenance. They never do it to survive. We're not surviving in our modern world. Well, I mean, maybe some people are, but majority of us that are listening to this video are not surviving. We have the ability to purchase, to grow, or to get plant foods. Extreme is when people are ignorant, are not mindful, and they are supporting the consumption of animal foods and the killing of babies and killing of mothers and killing of fathers and killing of all these animals that we have no right, whatsoever no right, to impose our views and our rights on them because they have no rights. They have zero rights. Zero rights. They have no rights. And we impose our views and our rights on them. How extreme is that? So I'm extreme because I want to be compassionate and loving and caring. So when we look at the word extreme, and people don't even know what the word extreme means, they use it in a different context. They use it as we're so violent. Because that's what technically extreme, and let me get back to you on this, on what exactly extreme means. So the definition of extreme is not really even defined properly. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, it's not defined properly. Okay, but people think that extreme means that you are going too far. Basically, that's what it means. You're going too far. But what does that mean, too far? So when we kill animals, isn't that going too far? When we kill animals, isn't that being extreme? Well, we don't really even know what the word extreme means if we think about it. Oh, you're extreme in your views, you're fanatical. We don't even know what the words mean. Even I don't, and even the dictionary doesn't provide a good explanation. So let me explain this in another way. So we pay, okay? So basically, okay, hold on. Hitler was a bad person, okay? His actions was evil. Maybe he was a very nice person. Who knows? I don't know because I was not there speaking to him and talking to him. So I don't know how he is or how he was. But I know that his actions were not ethical and not moral. Why? Because he got people to kill other humans. And we all know that is wrong. Now, when we equate this to animals, when we pay someone, a farmer or slaughterhouse worker, to kill animals, it's okay because animals are not like us. They're different. So they're lesser than us. So we see them as property, basically. We see animals, non-human animals, as property, as things to be used. And it's okay to use animals for food. And the only justification is that they taste good. And that is not a valid justification. Okay? We're not doing it for nourishment because we all know that animal foods raise the risk for cancers, certain cancers, heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, and many other illnesses like autoimmune diseases. Animal foods, meat, dairy, and eggs, have never ever cured any cancer, have never ever ever cured any heart disease or diabetes. Never. The reason we have all those diseases is because people are eating animal foods, and it raises the risk for those diseases. Vegans, on the other hand, that eat no animal products whatsoever, have very little occurrences of these diseases. Very little. The only reason why one may succumb to cancer or some kind of disease when they're a vegan is because they're eating many processed foods, lots of processed foods, and lots of oils. Because when you do that, the body doesn't, those are not right foods, okay? Once in a blue moon, if we're eating processed foods and maybe a little bit of oil is okay. But those foods are not health foods. Okay? They're not health foods at all. Now, minimally processed foods, in moderation, of course, and I don't even like that word moderation, but in small quantities, like tofu and so forth, are okay because they're minimally processed, especially if you're buying organic. So when we kill animals, how loving is that? How caring is that? How compassionate is that? Maybe we don't kill them ourselves, but we get others to do it for us. I also had many times people say, well, I don't know the animal. It's, I'm not personally attached to that animal, so it's okay if I kill them. No, it's not okay if we eat them if we're not attached to them. We're not attached to someone else's dog, but we don't eat that dog. We're not attached to the owl that's sitting on the tree, but we don't eat the owl. So why do we pick and choose which animals we eat? This is hypocritical. Why do we choose, okay, I'm going to eat this type of egg. I'm going to eat this type of meat. I'm not going to eat this animal because we don't eat them in our culture. So basically, we're just programmed to believe to eat certain animals and certain animal products. In Western countries, we don't consume emu eggs in our Western culture. Maybe in Australia, but not here in Canada, for example. We don't eat snakes in our country. We don't eat, I don't know. We don't consume like camel's milk. Maybe in the Middle East they do, but not here. And we pick and choose which animal products we want to eat. Why are we so hypocritical? If we were truly carnivorous or omnivorous animals, we would never, ever, ever pick and choose which animals we eat. We would eat all animals, all animal products. We wouldn't judge. And if we were to eat animals, okay, animal products, do not put any plants or plant condiments on the foods. If we're truly carnivorous animals, we would go out in nature and we would hunt the animal with our own bare hands without any tools, and we would consume the animal in the flesh, in the raw flesh, without any plants on top, without any condiments, without any salt, without anything. Try that in nature. I guarantee you that no one, or virtually no one, would consume animal products. If, for example, we're out in nature and an animal drops an egg, and you would not be tempted to eat that egg just like that. You would have to cook it. You would have to put some seasonings or some salt on it. And that is because we don't, as human beings, like the taste of animal products. And that is why we disguise the animal products with plants. Okay? Or non-animal sources like salt. We put so much salt on the food that our taste buds are just tasting salt, basically. We are so hypocritical, we are so extreme in our views because, I'm talking about people in general, because they tend to consume disgusting things. Bee vomit, because that's what honey is. It comes from regurgitated stomachs of bees. It comes from the regurgitated stomach from bees. Look it up anywhere. I'm not talking from my ass. It's bee vomit. It comes from the mouth from bees. It's bee vomit. If we get our honey from backyard beekeepers, there was this one backyard bee farmer who says, unfortunately, she kills some bees in the process of taking their honey. There's no doubt about it. She kills bees. End of story. She's a bee killer. Okay? If it's one bee or if it's 100 bees, doesn't matter. We're bee killers when we steal the honey from animals. And that is what it is. We're stealing their products. We're stealing their food. It's theirs. It's not ours. We have no right to use their products. When we take the eggs from the animal, we're stealing their eggs. No matter if they walk away and never again touch the egg. It's their egg. It's theirs. It came from them. It's theirs. It's not ours. Not ours at all. Therefore, we see animals as property. We see their products as property, things to be used, things to be eaten. And they call vegans extreme. Vegans that, I understand that there are some vegans that are extreme with their views in that, they're not caring and compassionate in sense of they wish that all humans were off the face of the earth. But, the true vegans do not harm another life, or at least try to minimize as much harm as we possibly can. We go outside, we might harm some insects by walking on the grass or walking on the pavement. We might harm some, little insects when we're gardening or farming. That is unavoidable. And we try to minimize as much harm as we possibly can. That being said, we love all life. No vegan, you'll see no vegan engaging in wars, no vegan fighting, no vegan causing harm, and I'm talking about the true vegans, the deep vegans that are not causing harm. But when you look at all the wars in history, and you look at all the catastrophes that are happening around the world, they're happening by people that are eating animal products. That's a fact. You see anyone in wars, anyone, I'm not talking about the people that are protecting themselves from people that are fighting in wars, but I'm saying people that are actually engaged in wars and killing other humans or destroying the environment. Those people are people that are eating animal foods. They're eating animal products. Vegans, on the other hand, will never, ever, if they're deep vegans, they will never, ever engage in any wars, any violence, any crimes of any such. And other people call us extreme. Extreme in our views. Oh, you're so extreme. You don't give anybody leeway. So if we talk, okay, let me put it in another way. And please understand that I'm not judging the person. I just think that their actions are not aligned with their heart values of love and compassion. So let's put it in another way. Let's say because this is what we do. We rape animals. Okay, we rape animals. Plain and simple, the mother cow is on a machine, and the industry calls it a rape rack. We literally put our hand in her vagina and rape her. That's what we do. We rape animals. Now, how in the world is that not extreme? How in the world is that not fanatical, not strange in some way? Okay? We might not do it ourselves. The consumers might not rape the animal themselves, but we pay people to do that. So how is that not strange? How is that not extreme? Okay? So when we justify it and say, well, they're not humans, so we put humans above animals. In fact, we're animals too. Humans are animals. And so we put non-human animals, we categorize them, and we say it's okay to consume them, but it's not okay to consume humans. And in Western culture, we pick and choose which animals we want to eat. So that's hypocritical. So we're hypocrites, we're baby killers, we're extreme, we're killers of all animals. We don't love animals, because if we loved animals, we would love them all. And when we love animals, we don't kill any animals. We don't pay people to kill other animals. This is hypocritical. And on top of that, they still call us extreme. And they still say that we need to give people a breather, or we need to give people, this choice. Choice, what choice? Non-human animals have no choice. They're killed. They're abused. No choice in the matter. No saying. They have they can't speak our language. And so they do speak a language, but not our language. And therefore, they don't matter at all. Non-human animals don't matter. That's what it is. Oh, maybe the birds in nature matter. Maybe, the frogs in nature matter. Maybe the fishes in nature matter. But no, the pig doesn't matter. And yes, maybe the dog and the cat matters, but no, the duck for foie gras they don't matter. The calf for veal, they don't matter. The chicken, they don't matter. The mother cow for milk or other products, they don't matter. We are so hypocritical. We're so extreme. People are brain dead. They're not mindful when it comes to what we do to animals for food. And people think, oh, well, you don't care about humans. We care about all life. And that's why we don't want to harm any life. Okay? We care about all life. And that is why we don't want to harm anyone. Let me say this again, because people don't understand. I love everyone. Okay? Even the killers out there. I may not like what they do, their actions, but I love the person. Okay? There's a difference between the person and the action. And their action. Okay? Now, another way before I just close this video, because it's getting way too long, or this podcast way too long. One more thing. People continuously justify eating animal products and calling vegans extreme. Vegans that are loving and compassionate towards all life. Non-human animals, human animals, nature, everyone. The deep vegans are compassionate and loving and empathetical towards all life forms. When other people justify consuming animal products, any animal product, organic, free range, whatever you want to call it, they are justifying it for only one reason. They were taught by their parents, by their family, by the culture they were raised in, to consume certain animals. That is the only reason we enjoy the taste of animals today, because we were programmed from a young age to consume animal products. That is the only reason we enjoy the taste of animal products today. There is not one justifiable reason that people eat animal products. There's no reason to be eating animal products. The taste is that's no excuse, because you can eat perfectly well, and you can have the great tasting food when eating plant foods. Okay? Anyone that eats animals for so many years will say that the taste is good, because they were programmed for many years to consume animal products. There is not one justification, moral justification, for eating animals. People say, well, I need it for health. First of all, again, like I mentioned, dairy, eggs, honey, or flesh of animals, the meat of animals, never, ever, ever, ever cured any cancer, heart disease, or diabetes, or any ailment. Okay? Never cured those ailments, never cured those diseases. If you go to the hospital now, and you are seeing people that are suffering, the people that are suffering from cancers, heart disease, and diabetes, virtually 99.999999999% of them are in there because they were eating animal foods for many, many years or decades. And that is why they're sick in the hospital. Now, I'm not talking about people that are in the hospital for broken legs that are vegan and they have broken legs because of an accident or whatever the case may be. I'm talking about people that are there for diseases, disease-causing ailments, are food-related from the meat, dairy, and eggs that people are consuming. This is a fact. You can't argue this. This is 100% a fact. If we consume animal products, if we consume animal foods and animal products, our risk for various diseases, various cancers, heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, autoimmune diseases, etc., rises. So the more animal products we eat, the more risk we have for these diseases. No vegan is in the hospital because of these diseases. Take your head out of the sand. You guys are brainwashed and programmed to believe all this stuff. So before you say I'm extreme, please watch this video. I will not talk to anybody that says I am extreme in my views, because yes, I am extreme actually. I'm extremely loving and caring towards all life. So that's my thoughts and views. It's actually not a thought, okay? It's the fact. It's the truth. Please listen to this video again or this podcast again. I love you all, no matter what you eat. But please rethink your values, your heart values of love and compassion. That's about it. Like this, share it around, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everyone.